Hello, Peter Greenlaw here. I'm the founder of the New Health Conversation Movement, which I think we sorely need. We're joined again today by Dr. Paul Arciero, arguably one of the greatest nutritional researchers for almost 4 decades. And more recently, in the fall, he's been awarded a full tenured professorship in the Department of Sports Medicine and Nutrition at the University of Pittsburgh. A huge honor. Dr. Arciero, you certainly earned it. And I want to get right into it this morning. So, now, based on 38 years of research and your most recently published peer-reviewed studies, I'm sure over the course of your career, you had hundreds, if not thousands, of people come to you and say, you know, Dr. Arciero, I want to lose weight, I want to get healthy. What diet would you put me on? As far as I know, I think you've analyzed almost every form of dieting that there is on the planet, whether it's paleo, keto, reduced calories, whatever. So now, based on your recent peer-reviewed studies published, is there any diet you would recommend? And this is not even a promotion as much as just to say, if you just look at the science, let's take emotion out of it. Let's take hype out of it. Let's look at the scientific evidence of diets of all forms in comparison to the R2M protocol based on intermittent nutritional fasting, not intermittent fasting, and protein pacing. Again, just relying on the science. And what would be the reason for that conclusion, not because you have no dog in this hunt, it's not promotional. You're just saying, here's the scientific evidence, and this is why I would say, based on the science, if you can do any diet you want, of course, but is that really a smart strategy? So can you address that, please?
Peter, based on the scientific evidence of the peer-reviewed, evidence-based human clinical trial research that I've conducted and what we also have currently available.
It was not done on mice. I don't have anything against mice. It's not done on mice.
Human clinical trials, right? The protein pacing intermittent nutritional fasting is the best, is superior to what we currently have available as the recommendations. And I can say that with confidence because that's what we have compared to. We have compared to the heart healthy Mediterranean style diet, which is always considered to be the number one. And it's a very, very healthy, very, very effective nutritional intervention, the heart healthy Mediterranean nutritional intake. There's no doubt about that. We've proven it in our studies. We've shown drastic health improvement. However, when we compare it to the protein pacing intermittent nutritional fasting with, again, very, very high nutritional quality, that is what results in the best health outcomes. So, yeah, when you ask me pointedly what I would recommend, there are very healthy nutritional strategies out there. The best that we currently have available is the protein pacing intermittent nutritional fasting. And as a nutritional scientist, a human clinical trial nutrition scientist, I can say with a great deal of confidence that when I'm asked, in my experience, in what I have read and what is currently available in terms of a nutritional intervention to produce the most potent and powerful health benefit, it's the protein pacing intermittent nutritional fasting. And the findings speak for themselves. The peer-reviewed research findings speak for themselves that is the most effective way to improve our health from the collective biometric data that we use as benchmarks to establish criteria of health improvement. It's the protein pacing intermittent nutritional fasting. Yeah.
And I think what's strange when we talk about this is that, the weight loss difference is so dramatic. Here's a study that was done by the New England Journal of Medicine, obviously one of the most prestigious journals in the world, where they actually compared time-restricted eating, where you eat for 16 hours, you don't eat for 8, and then calorie reduction. And after 12 months, the most people lost was 17 pounds. In your studies, people lost 16 pounds in 30 days, no exercise, 80% women, 20% men, and people gained 6 to 8% lean muscle mass. Those results have never been seen before. So, but that's not the reason to do this. The main reason to do it is to reduce blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, triglycerides, all of those particular, items. So
That's right.
I think that is the reason, not that people don't want to get in their skinny jeans, but I think as a scientist, you've proven that the main reason to do this is to massively, massively increase your health.
That's correct. That's why we do it. And that's the importance of why we do it, because losing weight in and of itself is not necessarily an established benchmark of improved health. And here's why. In most cases, when people undergo a calorie restricted diet, they reduce their calorie intake. Yes, they lose weight. We know that we can lose weight just about doing anything. Fasting, eating donuts, drinking soda, candy, whatever it might be, or eating healthy, we can lose weight. But it's what you are losing with that weight loss. And in most cases, it can be up to 50% or more of your lean, fat-free mass. That includes your muscles, your metabolically active skeletal muscle mass, your vital organ mass, your bone mineral density. I mean, all of these things are completely depleted when people undergo the majority of what we currently are espousing and recommending and promoting in terms of weight loss strategies. They don't realize this, that they get on the scale and they think they've won the day.
Don't do this to lose weight. I know that sounds crazy because so many people want to lose weight. It's like, but you got to understand, this is really about maximizing our quality of life potential. As I had stated before, CDC says 9 out of 10 Americans are metabolically unhealthy with 3 of 5 factors: overweight, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, high triglycerides. Do you know that a lot of people that call me, and you maybe experience the same thing, they have all 5, let alone 3. They've crossed over the bridge. And the thing is that we've needed proof. We really have. And like I referenced, I think in one of the other interviews, that I was at this big medical conference in California with all MDs from, cardiologists and oncologists and whatever. And to a person, they just said, look, we're really frustrated. Yeah, someone has diabetes, we can give them a pill. Someone has high blood, we can give them a pill. But we don't think that's the long-term answer or solution, unless it's a genetic, malfunction or something like that. And they said, how could we know what we don't know? That's where you come in. That's where I will tell you to absolutely compliment you. Without those peer-reviewed studies, I never would have invited to go, because I was there with all the big drug companies. I was the only layperson, right? David and Goliath, right? Here I am. There's, Pfizer and GlaxoSmithKline and Johnson. They're all there, right? And it was fine, because I'm not opposed to drugs. I'm not opposed, obviously, to allopathic medicine. All I'm saying is, if we can do something in conjunction with and not a replacement for, now we're on to something. Why can't we work together, all right? Because the outcome, if we don't do something pretty radically different, we probably aren't going to like the outcomes. You look at all these disease statistics, it's frightening. It's frightening. It's crazy. We got 10-year-old kids on high blood pressure medication. As you know, type 2 diabetes in children, 20 years ago, that was unheard of, didn't exist. So again, I think back to this whole thing about diets. I kind of think maybe they went the way of the horse and buggy, not that they're still on horse and buggies, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, we now have moved on, and the science supports why people should be interested in at least inquiring about this protocol that you proved is superior to anything that we have now. Maybe a year from now, something better will come along. But right now, this is the tip of the spear. Is that a good way to summarize this?
Very well said. Yep.
Well, again, thank you for a stimulating interview again today, and we're hopefully making a difference.
We are.